From undisclosed locations for reasons of security and insecurity. Tonight, we present MnRTV Live Show with our special guest, Preston Denon, author of Inside UFOs, True Accounts of Contact with Extraterrestrials. That's going to be 8:15 p.m. tonight, and we're very excited to have him on. He's a first-time guest. So, folks, if you have any questions for him, just post it in the chat room for us. And, before I forget, and let me introduce to you the one and only. How can I do it without? How can I do this show? I cannot do this show without my co-host, the info madman, Mario. Welcome to the MnRTV Live Show.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be back. You know, this is the place to be on a cold summer night outside. No, spring night.
Spring night. It's been cold and rainy and windy.
Wow, you know, it's all part of it. It's part of the establishment. It's, you know, well, what else could we do?
Exactly, for sure. So tonight, Mario, are you excited to get Preston on our show tonight? Looking forward to that.
Always am, always will be. The guests are superb that we get on this show, the best in the world. That's why we do this show. Well, we do a lot of reasons why we do this show. Not just, you know, we do the show because we like
part
it.
of it. Get the information out, you know. And before I forget, this show's been brought to you by the Montreal Anti-Illuminati Task Force in dedicated in exposing and dismantling and destroying the NWO once and for all, which we hope to do. But we will see what we can do. All right, so folks, let's get on with the show. Mario, do what you've got to do.
Yes, first we're going to start with the introduction, then the pictures of the week, the news, and then we stumble upon our great guest, which we're looking forward to. Let's just hope it goes smoothly today, that the elites or whoever is behind all that fake news, real news stuff doesn't come and throw rocks in our tires and, you know, our wheels, and we go off spinning off like a couple of weeks ago where our show got interruptions. That sucks.
Hopefully we took out all the kinks out of the software, and let's begin.
All right. This is me. I'm going to be switching on over so that you can get to see what you need to see, because you want proof and you will get the proof. So here we go. Let me switch on, not out, but over to Diaz. All right. So here we go. We're looking here at our wonderful blog, which is the MNR Productions, Mariolaur.blogspot.ca. And all you have to do to watch our show, you just scroll down, all the way down. Well, not too down, but here, until you stumble upon this. Now you click play, you will see us live. And of course, as soon as we do the show and it's over, you will see the recorded show. Now, if you want to comment or leave anything like comments or ask questions for the guests, it's right here. Hey there, Polly. Welcome to the show. Welcome back. All right. So now we're going to be doing what we said we do. Pictures of the week.
All right. The bank never broke. The bank never goes broke. If the bank runs out of money, the banker may issue as much more as may be needed by writing on any ordinary paper. And right there, you can see the 50s, the 20s, the 10s, the 5s, and the 1s. All they do is they just print more if they would run out of money, but they don't. We run out of money, unfortunately.
But you know what this reminds me of? This here reminds me of the money that we're using. It's monopoly money. You know, it's made out of plastic, thin air, not backed by anything. It's part of the game, the monopoly game that we're in, the real monopoly game.
And Mario, in heaven, we won't even need this paper. We'd throw it away.
No, we won't. Exactly.
Even $1 billion. Well, if we had $1 billion like this, we'd throw it away. We wouldn't be wanting and being all happy, right?
No, of course not, because we'd be getting real gold. And of course, we wouldn't even want gold as long as we're not suffering and in pain.
And we're with God, with Christ.
Exactly.
And our family and our loved ones.
What more could we ask for instead of being on this planet full of Slavery. That's all it is slavery, pain, and, you know.
Sickness, depression.
Hmm.
But anyhow, all right, next picture coming up right now.
Suivant next, yes.
What does school really teach children? Number one, truth comes from authority. Two, intelligence is the ability to remember and repeat. Number three, accurate memory and repetition are rewarded. Four, non-compliance is punished. Five, conform intellectually and socially. I remember number two, always the same thing. Remember and repeat, remember and repeat. You know, and you think right now we remember and repeat what we did back then? No, hardly. Just basic stuff, maybe some mathematics and language, but what can we really remember? I remember more of what I did in high school with my friends and buddies and women than actually learning anything.
Well, remember and repeat is CSN all over again. CNN, sorry, CNN, CNN. It's
Exactly.
that's what they do. They remember, repeat, you know?
Yeah.
CNN is bad. Very bad. Anyhow. Suivant next.
Right here and now we've got, let's start World War III. Ha ha ha. And blame it on one person. And look, they're all plotting right there. And we can guess who that one person would be.
No,
There's
always someone out there. There's always someone out there that is that one person that to blame, but who's they're just puppets to the puppet master.
Right now, I would think they would blame it on Kim Jong-un from North Korea, right?
Yeah.
One of the boogeymen.
And Assad.
And Assad, yeah, the two boogeymen. I mean, you know, I mean, I'm not saying I agree with what they do. They're probably brutal dictators or whatever they are, but are they really a threat? Right here in Montreal, well, where we are here, you know? I don't know. It's the Illuminati that's the real threat. The Rothschilds, Henry Kissinger, Mario, and George
Soros. They're the ones. But, you know, is Assad really that bad? Here we go again. CNN. You know, they always make people to be bad. I mean, they probably do a show on us saying that we're bad, and everybody, oh yeah, they're bad. The MnRTV Live Show is bad. Suivant next.
5 dangers of diet soda. You already knew diet soda is bad for you. Number one, diet soda drinkers have a dramatically high risk of heart attack and stroke. Number two, aspartame is linked to high blood pressure, dizziness, fatigue, and even sleep disorders. Waistlines for those who consume diet drinks expanded 70% faster than those who didn't. Diet soda drinkers stop associating sweetness with calories and fullness, leading to overeating, weight gain, and elevated sugar levels. Number 5, acid wears down your tooth enamel. Battery acid is 1 on the pH scale, and a cola is 2.5. So if I get this right, the diet Coke is even worse than the Coke itself.
Oh, definitely. I stay away from all that garbage. Yeah, it's very bad.
I don't drink brown stuff much. Maybe some of the white stuff. I mean the white drinking there, 7-Up, Sprite once in a while, but I try to stay away from Diet Coke and Coke. Oof, and the Diet Coke tastes terrible.
Unless if there's, I know that they're making Coke Life, and it has stevia in it. Well, imagine if they make the white stuff, which is like the clear one, 7-Up and Sprite with stevia. Oh, that would be like the best.
But I drank the Coke Life. I drank it once, and it wasn't that great. I bought a can, and I gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, but it's supposed to just be regular natural sugar. It's not white sugar, and it's not this aspartame poisonous that nobody wants.
Yeah.
All right, suivant next.
It's called the American Dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it. George Carlin. He's Carlin. Yeah, he's right. You have to be asleep to believe the American Dream. American Dream. It's just American nightmare. Delusion.
Yeah, it's not a dream. It's not a dream. All right, suivant next.
What the government is good at is collecting taxes, taking away your freedoms, and killing people. It's not good at much else. Tom Clancy. It's true. It collects your taxes, takes things away from you, freedoms, killing people, and we support that.
Well, we have no choice. That's how, well, we do have a choice, but that's how we're conditioned. You know, we're conditioned to think that all this is normal. So we're going to keep doing it because we're conditioned. And then as soon as we step out of line, like what we're doing, well, what do? They throw rocks into our wheels so that we don't go nowhere by calling us fake news. You know, they want to stop us.
Facebook is hiring people to see what's going to be fake news. They have new software and they're hiring 3,000 more people. That's what Zuckerberg said today.
So our show is slowly but surely coming to an end because they're going to be shutting us down. So we better enjoy this while we can.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Suivant next.
They fear those with knowledge and control those without it. So they fear us. They fear us, but they control people who don't know the truth.
And of course, this is why they want to stop this news that we're doing, because we're giving knowledge. We're all getting together to talk about knowledge, and they want to control us. So how are they going to do that? By calling us, accusing us of fake news, which we're not. So does that make sense?
Makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to call us fake news.
All right. Okay. Suivant next, and here we go. Ah, look who's here.
Oh, that face. New World Order. Military men are dumb, stupid animals to be used as pawns for foreign policy. Henry Kissinger. Now, folks, here's Henry Kissinger, one of the NWO architects right here. And what does he do? He goes to Bohemian Grove, puts on a bikini, folks, and dances. A bikini, and he's like 90 years old or whatever age he is, and he puts on a bikini and does sexual stuff with men and who knows what else. Look at him. Mario, what would you do this kind of bikini?
But that's according to Alex Jones, you know?
Yeah. What would you do if you saw this kind of bikini?
I'd run.
Exactly. I'd run like hell.
You know what? I got a lot of flack on the conspiracy talk on Google Plus and, well, Facebook, no, but on Google Plus, people were like saying, what the hell is this? Not true, and this and that.
What?
This picture of the week.
What are they? What are they on crack or something?
Yeah, but he was a troll.
It was a government paid trolls, and there's many. I mean, in fact, even Facebook is hiring government paid trolls.
Suivant next.
Pass the truth to the next generation. Teach them early what we learn late.
If we can do that.
Well, if we had kids, we could teach them right now, because we learned this stuff late. I mean, 6-7 years ago, we barely knew about this.
So keep doing that. Suivant next, this one.
This is deep. Not available on the App Store. Of course not. People playing outside, enjoying themselves, not being on their cell phones or Samsungs or iPhones or whatever you want to call it, being connected to this damn thing that people are so like in tune to it. It's just it's a bloody screen that everybody everybody's hooked to it. It's unreal.
It's the grid. It's part of the grid, Everybody has to be part of the grid, and that's it, to look at nonsense. All right, suivant, last but not least, here it is. Oh, I don't know if you could see all this.
I see 10 top 5 toxic ingredients in your deodorant. There's number 1, aluminum. Number 2, parabens. Number 3, propylene glycol. Number 4, phthalates. And number 5, triclosan. And they say that these things are linked to cancer and toxicities and heart livers and all these chemicals. But I use this, and I use also what do you call it? Deodorant and the other thing. What's the other thing?
Antiperspirant.
Yeah, I use both. I switch to both, especially antiperspirant when it's super hot or when I go to work. So, but the thing is, it's like what are we supposed to use? We're supposed to use nothing.
But the worst one here is aluminum. Look at what it causes. Alzheimer's. So
the thing is, it's what I don't get is what are we supposed to use then? Antiperspirant?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Just have a whole bunch of you have antiperspirant and deodorant.
Just walk with our arms in the air, and that's it.
Like this.
Like that. For sure.
Like that, but and then our hands are going to get tired. People are going to say, "What's the matter with us when we're like this?" But the thing is, with all of this, is that we have to use something, you know.
All right. Yeah, I know. But what can we tell you? What can we do?
Yeah.
I mean, just live and let live. So all those pictures are found on the popular pictures of the week posted on the Conspiracy Light Talk on Google Plus and on Facebook. And you know, it's wonderful. I love our blog. All right. The next one. Here we're going to be going to the Conspiracy Talk. And you just go down, right, way down, and that's where you see our future shows or our past shows. It's right there. Just click on it, and it'll take you to the MNR Productions Mariolaur.blogspot.ca. And here we go, our wonderful chat tango, and it's happening. It's happening.
Exactly. Okay, so I think we're gonna do a bit of the news right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're just showing what's happening on there, because you know people really want to see it. It's only fair, right? All right. So now we're going to be going into the news of the week, and we're going to be starting with what's happening in France.
We're right here, and okay, Marine Le Pen says only she can protect France from a new world of Trump and Putin. Marine Le Pen has said that she can protect French interests in what she saw as the new world of Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Very interesting here. Okay.
Right.
The 48-year-old
videos always in these websites. Okay, go on.
I know. The 48-year-old candidate is hoping that her nationalist, anti-mass immigration and anti-establishment views will propel her to power across the channel. However, standing in her way is the en masse candidate Emmanuel Macron, a former Rothschild banker who is standing on a centralist pro-European Union platform and is currently ahead in the opinion polls. So now we know what's happening. Mrs. Le Pen, daughter of the former French national leader Jean-Marie, said, "I think I'm best placed to talk to this new world that's emerging, to talk to the Russia of Putin, to the United States of Trump, to talk to the Britain of May, to talk to the India of Modi." She said that was because of all the countries are more or less turning their backs on the ideology of free trade or competition or undermining social protection. Mrs. Le Pen added, "So I feel much more in line with their political philosophies than with Merkel's." The candidate goes into Sunday's second round off trailing Mr. Macron, according to the opinion polls. I don't know about you, but I'd like to meet Marine Le Pen. You?
Yeah, I wish she would come on our show and talk about all this, but
oh yeah, is that her up there when she was younger?
Could be. Let's see.
Or the daughter?
Maybe one of them girls. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, it might be, because look at all those pictures. But we're not going to get into that, you know.
No, but Mr. Macron has attempted to portray Mrs. Le Pen as an extremist. But I'd love to get on the MnRTV show, but that's impossible, though. Or even to talk to her one-on-one with you, Mario. We get a lot of information here for MNR, wouldn't we?
Oh, definitely. And you know, it'd be good. But the thing is we'd have to talk in French, but it's not a problem. You know.
Not for us, it's not.
No, but then we have to translate. I'm sure she must speak English or British.
I don't know. But yeah, would you vote for her if you were there?
I don't know, Rob. I don't know who to trust anymore. But look at this one.
I know. I was going to read that. Asked about Mr. Trump's boast in 2005 video about grabbing women by the genitals, she said it's true. His comments were worthy of criticism, but they were private comments. What's most important is the policies he implements. Because I think when he did say it, it was just like joking around, like shop talk. He didn't like go on. I don't think he went on the air to say it. No.
No.
No, exactly.
Anyways, I mean, I don't know. I don't know who to vote for. I don't know who I'd vote for. Perhaps her, but you know, in the end, we'll find out. In the end, we will find out.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting her and her family, but it won't happen, right?
No, I doubt it, unless if you go to France.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard that she is anti-immigration to France, but now all the immigrants are there. So, what difference does it make, right?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. The next one. I love this one.
Military's experts reveal Putin's chilling nukes plans for the U.S. Putin is disturbingly planting deep-sea nuclear weapons off the coast of America, according to a Russian military expert. A worrying claim has now emerged from a Russian colonel and defense ministry spokesperson who claims Putin is concealing sleeper nukes off the U.S. coast. The spokesperson Victor Barents claims that the bombs were set off. If the bombs were set off, it would initiate a tsunami which would destroy much of the American coast and take any living thing with it. I don't know if this is really true, though.
Oh, yeah, look at the mushroom cloud.
He explains Russia did not have as much money to spend on defense as America, so they are now forced to go undercover and to frightening lengths to ensure they're considered a threat. Apparently, there are other ways in which the Russians are using to try and outwit the Americans, including nuclear weapons, which can be controlled in the air, making it much more difficult for the landing places to be calculated. Barents told Russian paper, I wouldn't try to pronounce it, translated by Mirmi, Russia is now taking a different approach and focusing on a asymmetrical response to America. The chilling means countries would be annihilated and either country attacked. Exactly.
Anyways, all these links will appear in the description once the show is over.
I hope this is not true, but we haven't heard anything. But you know, it's very scary when you think about it. I mean, wow.
And they don't, and Rob, they don't want us discussing this. You know that, eh?
This will be here.
They don't want us discussing any of this. It's like if it's up to them, they would just tell us, okay, enough, and that's it. All right, the next one.
Putin, Trump, speak by phone, discuss Syria, North Korea, Kremlin.
But I thought they were enemies. Makes you wonder.
Russian President Vladimir Putin and US counterpart Donald Trump held a phone call in which they have agreed to cooperate on promoting diplomatic progress in dealing with tensions on the Korean Peninsula and in Syria, according to the Kremlin. Vladimir Putin has called for restraint and decreasing of the level of tensions on the Korean Peninsula. The statement said it has been agreed to work jointly on a diplomatic solution that will settle the crisis. Putin and Trump have spoken about coordinating Russia's and US efforts aimed against terrorism in Syria. The statement adds, Putin and Trump have decided to activate the dialogues between the heads of the foreign ministries of both countries who seek variants to secure the ceasefire regime, stabilizing it and control, the statement said. The goal is to create the background that would help launch a real peace process in Syria. This means that Russia's foreign ministry and the US Secretary of State would inform their leaders about progress in this regard. The call between the two presidents came a day before a new round of talks on Syria in Kazakhstan's capital of Astana. This is the first time that Trump and Putin have talked to each other since the U.S. missile strikes on a Syrian airfield that set back U.S.-Russian diplomatic relations. Okay, so I would love to be a fly on the wall and see what was talked about in the conversation between them.
Well, you don't need to be a fly on the wall, but you could just have eavesdropped or asked the CIA to, you know, give you a piece of what was really said.
Oh, like they would really tell me. No?
Yeah, they tell you what CNN tells you or wants you to know. Oh yeah, Rob, this one is right there, up there, you know? I'm sure you heard of this. It's been in the
Yes, I
conspiracy
have. Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Well, I even read it the other day. Navy SEALs, 3,000 elite pedophiles arrested, media silent. Yeah, the media silent. You don't hear anything of it. Former Navy SEALs Craig Sawyer said that 3,000 pedophiles belonging to an elite pedophile ring have been arrested amid a total blackout by the mainstream media. Michael Zimmerman of the NRA annual convention, Sawyer said that the intelligence insiders have confirmed that Trump's vow to take down the elite pedophile ring in Washington, D.C. is being fulfilled. According to Sawyer, his independent research has led him to discover that high-level government officials routinely torturing young children. He says that despite a concerted effort by social media and the mainstream to suppress disinformation, they cannot escape the avalanche of truth being released by independent media. So Zuckerberg is hiding this information.
And in other words, they want to. This show is not going to go nowhere now because they are going to try and stop us and not get this information out. Right? In other words.
Exactly.
So.
I know, and it just talks about what they did. We can't get into it because it's pretty deep, but you know, I hope that these Navy SEALs would go after the real ones in Washington, D.C., the main ones, all the crooked ones.
Anyways, if anybody you want, you just pause the video, you could read it right there. You know?
Exactly.
All right. Let me switch on over because time is not on our side. No, it ain't.
No.
Now we're going to be getting into something that's not as heavy, but you know, heavy enough, and we're getting into CERN.
CERN reveals it has supercharged the Large Hadron Collider as it begins latest bid to unravel the mysteries of the universe. While the LHC typically takes a break this year, it was longer than usual. CERN team replaced superconducting magnet and installed new beam dump. The upgrades will push the collider to a higher luminosity to gather more data. After 17 weeks of inactive, the Large Hadron Collider has started up again, and it'll soon be performing better than ever. They're always stopping and starting this, eh? But it took an annual winter break for repairs and upgrades. What?
I wonder why.
I guess it takes a lot of juice, this thing, and it breaks down. But if there's been rumor that this thing could create a black hole, it could suck the Earth in.
Could it be God saying, no, now's not the right time to, you know, let the portal open and all hell break loose?
Well, he's in control of it. He'll allow it when it's the time. Not before that, but they're working on it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, I'm telling you, I keep saying to myself and to everybody else, we are living in interesting times.
We are.
Which I can echo that in the mountain somehow, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of stuff here, but it's so technical and...
Oh, no, I don't want to get into the technicalities of it, you know? I mean, that's for people to read, you know, but we're just basically saying over here what's going on.
And that's how it works, and it shows how it works, and...
I would like to be there, though, to see it. But that's just as much as a mystery as a Dulce base in New Mexico is.
Yeah, it is. It's a place that makes you wonder. All right, now we're going to be getting into, oh yeah,
Right here.
7-Eleven, and I'm sure we spoke about this.
Yeah. 7-Eleven thinks it can go cashierless. It's wrong. There's a massive difference between retailers using technology to free up associates to do more hands-on work and using technology to replace those associates.
So they
Then
want to cut jobs.
No one's gonna freaking work, and then what are we gonna do? Go on social welfare? Idiots, bunch of morons. There's a massive difference between retailers using technology to free up associates to do more hands-on work than technology to replace those associates. Freeing up will work, but replacement won't. 7-Eleven's plan to rid itself of the need for store associates by leveraging RFID chip merchandise, relying on payment cards, and mobile purchase is one slushy too far. We've dealt with this before with Amazon and Lawson in Japan. Like Lawson, the 7-Eleven involved a convenience store chain in Japan. The reason behind the Japan connection is less technical than demographic. Japan has a serious shortage of workers who are interested in manning the POS in retail. The US suffered a similar problem, but it's far more pronounced in Japan. That's why reducing the workload of the employees theoretically, allowing a store to fully function with fewer workers make perfect sense, whether or not the chain is dealing with recruiting challenges. But workers are essential with the payment system fails glitches or when a purchase is outside of the expected scope, such as if someone wants to pay cash. Let's take a look into the 7-Eleven Japanese operation seems to have in mind. Look at that. Yeah, they want to do this in a region by 2025. An FRID self-checkout system. But here's the twist. The system will employ chips so the items can be tallied simultaneously rather than the current method of self-checkout.
Could this be the mark of the beast? That's the question.
It could very well be the mark of the beast. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. You know, they don't want us to, they will not want people to eat or all of us to eat. You know why? Because they want to turn us into robots. That's why.
Oh, for sure. We can't allow that to happen. That's why we do shows about we do weekly shows about all kinds of this stuff.
Things that CNN won't cover.
But we cover here. We definitely cover on our show.
Okay. Well, the last one before Trish comes on, and it's of course about UFOs. And look at this.
Why? And you know what the thing is? I when he became president, I tweeted to him. I tweeted to President Trump, and I told him to go look information about the Dulce base. Anyhow, why President Trump has been inundated with calls about UFOs. A new hotline demanded by President Donald Trump has been besieged with calls about suspected UFO sightings. Mario, after the show, I want you to get me this phone number, and I'm gonna call.
And we'll get the person on. We'll actually get it on the MnRTV Live Show. But I just like, don't you just love this picture? Look at what I see here. Look at that.
The hotline. The Batman phone.
I used to have that phone like 20 years ago. And why would they put it here?
The hotline phone. Exactly. I never had that color phone though, but
no, I had black and white. Black or cream like.
Yeah, white or black or what you had a red one?
No, black or cream color, not red or blue. But that's a nice color.
I know. Mr. Trump.
But you know what I used to hate about those phones? Like if you made a mistake, like you have to dial 09 and wait for the wheel to go back. What a waste of time. Anyways, we won't talk about that, but that's nostalgia. All right.
Mr. Trump launched an immigration hotline for people to report suspected illegal aliens in the U.S. But it appears many people got the wrong end of the stick or have been making deliberate hoax calls. On its opening day, there were mass calls reporting alien and UFO sightings.
All right.
Set up amid controversy, the Voice Hotline launched last week with a bid to tackle and stem illegal immigration. The new hotline under the Department of Homeland Security aims to help victims and their families who have been impacted by crimes committed by removable criminal aliens.
There's a
Now
great video.
that is funny. That is funny. But maybe now I'll give him the idea. Look, if any of you need to report space aliens to our government, please call their hotline 1-855-48-VOICE. Here are some of the most wanted. Okay, so
And it's toll free.
Is it toll free?
I think so. 1-855. Isn't it toll free?
It should be. I don't know, but I would call. We should call and tell them about aliens. But I'm sure they're gonna say yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll take care of it. Yes, yes. I'm sure they would brush us off.
Like they normally always do.
Indeed. Yeah. So that's pretty funny. The Voice. The truth is out there. If you've been probed by illegal extraterrestrial aliens, call 1-855-48-VOICE and let them know. Very good. Very good piece of information here.
And there's more too.
There's a lot more too. I see. Yeah. Well, we can't go through it all, but wouldn't it be a shame if millions of people call this hotline to report their encounters with aliens over the UFO variety? The real use of the hotline has been strongly criticized by opponents.
Well, they shouldn't call them aliens. They should call them illegal immigrants. Like
yeah, that's it. Illegal aliens. It's like, you know, and yeah, look at all these articles about aliens. Will 2017 be the year Donald Trump announces aliens exist? Well, we're waiting with 2017. Hurry up and start announcing it.
We're halfway.
Exactly.
Halfway.
Yeah. So I think it would be good.
All right. I think it's that time of Trish, right? She wants her few minutes of fame because.
And then we're going to get our guest on, Preston Dennett, to talk about alien and UFO encounters. So we're going to take a short break, and don't go anywhere, folks, because the best is yet to come. So Mario, do your thing, get Trish on.
All right, here she is. Here's Trish.
Preston Dennett began investigating UFOs and the paranormal in 1986 when he discovered that his family, friends and co-workers were having dramatic unexplained encounters. Since then, he has interviewed hundreds of witnesses and investigated a wide variety of paranormal phenomena. He is a field investigator for the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, a ghost hunter, a paranormal researcher, and the author of 20 books and more than 100 articles about UFOs and the paranormal. His articles have appeared in numerous magazines including Fate, Atlantis Rising, MUFON UFO Journal, Nexus, Paranormal Magazine, UFO Magazine, Mysteries Magazine, Ufologist and others. His writing has been translated into several different languages including German, Portuguese, French, Russian, and Icelandic. He has appeared on numerous radio and television programs. His research has been presented in the LA Times, the LA Daily News, the Dallas Morning News and other newspapers. He has taught classes on various paranormal subjects and lectures across the United States. He currently resides in Reseda, California.
Thank you, Trish. Your voice is it's priceless. That's all I have to say. And I'm glad you're on because, you know, what's this show without her, right, Rob?
I know, for sure. I agree. I agree with you.
You know.
Indeed. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, very soon we're going to be getting our guest this week is going to be talking about UFOs, paranormal, uh, and he is a field investigator for the MUFON, Mutual UFO Networks, a ghost hunter, a paranormal researcher. So we're glad to have him on very soon, right, Mario?
Yeah, it's always great having guests that know their stuff, and that go deep and that look into this stuff, because it's like there's just so much information out there, and it's always great when everything gets conjured up and look deep into, because that's what we do this show, because we want to go deep into stuff that others out there don't care much about because they're too busy raking in the money, right?
Exactly. That's all they care about is the money, the money, the money, the money. And in the end, look what happens,
Hmm. I've noticed
It's
something on here. Atlantis, eh? Atlantis
Atlantic.
rise.
I wonder, eh? What do you think?
Is it going to rise?
Possibly. Well, we could always ask our guest about that.
Whenever he's ready to come on.
Yeah, I'll get him on now. Okay.